we are back with the fifth round of the WMCQ at Chialan's Gaming Lounge, and it is Leon versus Herman. Leon versus Herman.
Leon's opened with a Mutavault.
That's an unusual opening from the red deck, but he obviously has excess red mana to
playing
cast his
it on turn 1 means often you can attack with it on turn 2.
That's true, just in case he doesn't draw a burn spell, or Herman doesn't produce a target for a burn spell.
Yeah, it's not always. You don't want to use all your cards too early. Remember the last game, Leon ran out of cards.
Yeah,
the Duresses stripped out his cards, so he wants to not maximize his mana usage. He wants to maximize his card efficiency in this matchup.
Yeah, because he knows that Herman is looking to remove all of his good burn and/or creatures and just play him out of the game.
So if he's able to get 2 damage without spending a card, that's the ideal scenario for him.
And Herman does summon the infamous Pack Rat.
I have a feeling that Pack Rat is going to go straight to the graveyard.
If
Leon does not have removal for it, he might end up in a bit of trouble facing it down.
Yeah. But Leon...
He looks like
he's contemplating doing something. Yeah, he does.
Magma Jet takes care of Pack Rat and smooths out Leon's next few draws.
There we go. So Leon, starting with a nice, good start for a burn deck, just getting rid of the opponent's cards.
Yeah, he got free damage with Mutavault, he's taken care of a Pack Rat, and he sorted out his draws. This is a good opening for Leon.
Very good opening for Leon.
And he's got another Scry land, which he doesn't care about. He's kept cards on top from the Magma Jet, so there's no point scrying again.
He knows exactly what he's going to get from that scry, so he just chooses to.
Scrying 1 is far less than scrying 2. Interesting ordering. It might have been a good option to start with the Temple of Triumph and scry something away before taking the scry 2.
Yeah, just in case that top card was not what he wanted at that point in time.
Yeah.
But it's Leon's choice, and that's the way he chose to play it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but I don't think it ends up making too much difference. He seems to like the cards he's got on top with the Magma Jet.
Yeah.
So 2 Stoke the Flames are revealed to the Duress.
Yeah. What else is relevant?
A land, and is that a young Pyromancer and a Magma Jet? I think he's going to take a Stoke the Flames here. It's just the scariest.
Yeah. Although he might want to take the Magma Jet just for...
because the Stoke the Flames is redundant. Leon does have 2 of them.
Yeah.
So you're not able to change his plays too much by taking one of them.
And the Magma Jet is also a nice answer to that Pack Rat, as we've just seen. So he might want to get rid of the Magma Jet, but he doesn't.
No, he's gone for the 4 damage spell. He's taken a Stoke the Flames.
Yeah. He knows that Leon's deck, he only has so many cards in hand, so he might as well minimize the damage he could potentially take from those cards.
Yeah, and then he can try win in the long game.
Yeah. Which his deck is well suited to do.
Yeah. Duress is one of Herman's sideboard cards for this matchup.
Okay.
And it's one of it might look quite similar to Thoughtseize, and in most cases it's a bit worse than Thoughtseize. But in this matchup, they're both able to take the same thing, which is a burn spell, and Thoughtseize costs him 2 life.
Yeah.
So Duress is his ideal spell to be casting early in this kind of match.
Because he doesn't want to be taking that damage early, because it'll all add up in the end, because the burn will just eventually get him. If he just
looks like Leon is going to be playing that young Pyromancer. If he chooses to take the risk, he has the option of animating a Mutavault and attacking.
Yeah.
However, Herman could have a removal spell open.
Yeah, and that would set his mana base back, because Mutavault, in addition to being a creature at some points, is most importantly still a land.
Yeah, and this also gives Leon 2 mana open to... It looks like he's drawn a Lightning Strike, which he can cast during Herman's turn. That makes a token already of young Pyromancer. Potentially kills a Nightveil Spectre or Pack Rat that Herman might be looking to cast.
Yeah.
And then that gives Leon a big crackback with the Pyromancer and the token.
Yeah. So rather, Leon has left his options open as opposed to just going for the face.
Yeah.
So that's 4 mana. Let's see what this
Are
could be.
we seeing Desecration Demon?
We might just well be.
The infamous 6/6 flyer.
Yeah, 6/6 flyer that occasionally gets things. That is a Desecration Demon. So Desecration Demon is a very good, has a very good stat line for its mana cost. I mean, it only costs 4 mana and is a 6/6 flyer. So it can't be blocked by everything, but it does have a major drawback that at any point a player can choose to
only at the beginning of combat.
That's okay. At the beginning of any combat, the player may choose is it any player or just the opponent?
Yeah, an opponent. You can't sacrifice your own creatures to Deso Demon if that were ever to come up.
Okay.
But that means that these young Pyromancer tokens can just be used as fodder to keep the Desecration Demon tapped down.
Which is looking like what Leon might be doing from next turn.
Yeah. So here we actually This is only the second time damage has been dealt in this game. That Magma Jet has taken Herman down to 16.
Okay, and Leon is still sitting pretty on 20 life. He's scrying some more from that Magma Jet.
20 life is not even that many turns for a Desecration Demon.
But Leon at this point does have the answers with those the chumps from
the
the
Pyromancer
lava.
tokens. He can sack them, tap down that Desecration Demon, and keep getting in for damage. And every time he has a spell, he gets a new token.
Yeah.
He might choose to do it later on in the game. Make a whole team of tokens, and then you sack one of them, you get more damage. Here, sacking each token would only buy him 2 damage. If he waits a bit later, each sacrifice buys him a bit more damage.
Okay.
And he certainly has the spells in hand to make more tokens.
Yeah. So that might be his strategy. He might look to rush the board with tokens.
Now it looks like he's trying to go for it immediately.
Yeah, he just taps it down.
Yeah. In terms of the damage he gets out of each one of his cards, this does less for him because he has fewer things to attack with than if he built up an army before starting to tap down. But he gets right in there for 4 damage, dropping.
Could he potentially?
Herman
He could have
down
potentially
to
attacked with
12
that token before. Oh no, it's only at the beginning of each combat.
Yeah.
So. But he could have done it in the combat in Herman's turn when Desecration Demon would attack.
Yeah,
So
he
it
could have
might be a
waited.
slight-
He could well have waited until this. But if he thinks he can get in for the damage this quickly, then that could very well happen. He has the burn in his hand to keep going.
Yeah, that's very true. He does have the burn to sustain an amount of tokens, so
The question here is, if Leon does not make a sacrifice to the Desecration Demon, will Herman choose to attack with it? I imagine he'll leave it down as a blocker.
who knows?
Yeah. Herman seems to be debating.
He might be debating that exact question, whether
Do I attack? It is a 3-turn clock.
it's a very significant amount of damage for Leon to take.
Yeah.
But he
'Cause
does still
it's
have his
now-
full 20 life as a resource to use
Yeah.
for him. So
3-turn clock though. It is rapid.
It's a very rapid clock, but he might just want to save it to put Herman on a shorter clock.
No, Herman is attacking. He's actually getting in with the Desecration Demon. That takes Leon all the way down to 13 in just one hit.
Yeah.
Now, I think that Herman is still on 12. So, it's a duress to follow up.
So he's,
Will Leon respond to this duress by casting something, or will he just let Leon look at those 3 cards?
well, who knows? Maybe.
I think he'll probably respond with something
Yeah.
before getting his hand attacked.
Just to make sure that he gets one more token off the young Pyromancer, even
Yeah.
if.
Although in this case, it doesn't make a lot of difference because Skullcrack and Lightning Strike are going to do the same thing for him here.
Yeah.
What's Herman going to take? I think it's going to be Stoke the Flames once again.
Yeah, just the sheer amount of damage is not to be trifled with.
Now, if Leon only had 1 2-mana spell, he'd probably take that so that he can't cast anything this turn with that 2 open mana.
Yeah.
But here, it's probably best to take the Stoke the Flames, and I think that's what he's likely to do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking Skullcrack. He doesn't want Leon preventing life gain later in the match or later in this game.
That might become very relevant in case if Herman gets very low.
Yeah.
And Leon is just looking to close out that last couple of damage.
Yeah, because Leon would love to keep Skullcrack open in case of a Grey Merchant of Asphodel coming down.
Yeah. Herman tapping his mana, trying to see what he can do. Okay, he's being very indecisive.
Well, no, I think he's just deliberating on his choice here.
Okay.
This game is very much in the balance.
Yeah.
Both players have fairly low life totals. This game could go either way very quickly.
Yeah.
Neither player wants to make a mistake.
Yeah. And
Leon has burnt Herman down to 9 life and made a token with the young Pyromancer. He's looking at a big attack this turn. However, Herman has open mana.
Yeah.
If he had a removal spell, I think he might have used it on the young Pyromancer already.
Yeah. So this might be looking good for Leon just to keep his young Pyromancer alive and just get some more tokens.
Even without cards in his hand, he has the opportunity to attack in for 5
Yeah.
with just what he has on the board. And that would put Herman down to 4 life. And with that Stoke the Flames in hand, that means that Herman is in trouble.
Yeah. If he doesn't have any life gain.
Yeah. And of course, Leon no longer has a Skullcrack to prevent life gain.
Leon also deliberating on his decision whether to attack.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he might choose to not animate the Mutavault and instead keep Stoke the Flames in hand to cast at end of turn.
Okay.
That gets him a little bit more damage now, and also makes a token off the young Pyromancer.
Leon thinking very long and hard about this. He's trying to do the maths just to make sure that he can maximize his damage now without sacrificing his future.
Yeah.
His future.
He must also
potential.
be thinking about what card Herman could be holding there.
Yeah.
He might be thinking that, Herman has just left the young Pyromancer because he wants to kill that Mutavault instead.
Yeah.
So does he risk animating it? Because if he does, then he is no longer on 4 mana, and a number of his burn spells cost 4.
Yeah. So
Stoke the Flames is cheap for him, though, because of the Convoke. And with the tokens from young Pyromancer, you can actually get away with very, very cheap Stoke the Flames.
Yeah. So he could he couldn't actually stoke the flames even if Mutavault dies. He could, but it would take one of his.
He'd be able to do it next turn.
Yeah, next
basically.
turn.
He'd still
Not
be.
right now.
It's not. It would mean that it's a spell that he can still cast later on in the game.
Yeah.
He's chosen not to attack with the Mutavault.
And here comes Herman's response.
Herman does have Hero's Downfall for the young Pyromancer. Interesting that he's casting it now. Had he cast it in his own turn, Leon would not be getting this token.
Yeah. Because Stoke the Flames is a sorcery.
Yeah. Well, no, it's an instant, but he was tapped out.
Yeah.
So allowing Leon to untap his mana,
Has cost him that extra.
has allowed an extra token to come in.
Yeah.
However, we don't know what that other card in Herman's hand is.
Yeah.
It might well be that he did want to take down that Mutavault.
Yeah.
And shooting down a Mutavault can often be a big deal in a game like this, where
Where's
Leon is on 4 lands.
Yes.
It looks like the judges have called time on this game. There will be 5 additional turns, and this is the first of those.
Yeah.
That means that Herman is going to get 3 attack steps in which he must kill Leon to win this match.
And
Leon's only going to get 2 turns. He's only got 2 turns left.
He's gonna get 2 turns to draw enough burn cards to get Herman down.
Not just the draws. Leon only has 8 mana for the rest of this game. He can only spend 8 more mana unless he
That's
makes
very
another
true.
land drop.
That's very true.
And he only has 2 attack steps for his tokens.
Yeah. So Herman is sitting on how much life? Herman is sitting on 9 and Leon is sitting on 13.
Yeah.
So
The Desecration Demon has taken 1 chunk out of Leon so far.
Yeah. Could potentially just take another chunk of 7 life out of Leon's arsenal. So Leon is thinking long and hard of whether to sacrifice a creature to tap it down and potentially make the Desecration Demon bigger for next turn, but sacrificing his ability to
If
close
Leon
down
wanted
Herman's
to
life.
hold out for a draw here, he could potentially. He's got 2 creatures on the board that he can sack the Desecration Demon
Yes.
and the Mutavault. He could keep the Desecration Demon tapped down for the rest of this game.
Yeah. But I think Leon might just want to go for the. Leon looks like he might just want to go for the win.
Yeah, he's at a score of 4-0, so he wants to go to 5-0 in this tournament to give himself the best shot at getting to the top 8.
Yes, but he does choose to.
Grey Merchant of... He has tapped down the demon, but Grey Merchant of Asphodel has come down.
Yeah. Why is this such a big issue for Leon?
4 life for Herman.
Yeah.
Herman gains 4 life, he goes up to 13. Leon loses 4, he goes down to 9.
So the life total is effectively switch, and Herman has another decent creature on the board.
Yeah. That Grey Merchant can... It's a lesser known use of this creature, but it can attack and also block.
Yeah. Most players just play it for that.
That Enter the Battlefield trigger is the showpiece of this card, because 5 mana is not a good rate for a 2-4.
No.
But remember that Leon has that Mutavault, and it's a 2-2. It can't attack into Grey Merchant.
Exactly. So Leon just scries his top card.
Yeah, this is the second turn of extra turns, so Leon has... This is one of 2 turns that Leon has to try to close
Yes.
out this game.
And one of his draws was that land. So
Yeah.
it wasn't another burn spell, but it might give him sufficient mana to cast 2 burn spells in the next turn.
And that Scry can be very valuable.
Yeah.
When you've only got 2 more cards to draw, being able to decide which ones they are can make a big difference to
So
your
Chandler's
prospect.
Phoenix does hit Herman for 2, taking him back down to 11. And
Herman's life pad, however, says that he is on 9.
oh, really, maybe he just forgot to record a gain of life at some point.
Or maybe we screwed up.
Maybe we might have.
That's also possible.
That's very possible.
But the life pads say that Herman is on 9 and that Leon is on 6.
Okay. So we clearly just screwed up with our math there.
That we did.
But okay, so Herman's on 9 and Leon is on 6.
Yeah, so Leon now has no... With the Desecration Demon at 8-8, Leon has no option but to tap it down.
Yeah,
He has to sacrifice something to tap it down
Yeah.
each turn.
each turn. So it's probably just going to be the token the next turn. Or,
Yeah.
or maybe the Phoenix this turn, which he can
which he can then
recast,
buy back. But
which he can, yeah,
if he has shock available to buy it back for 1 mana,
Yeah.
then that's a good option.
yeah. But if not,
Because then he can recast it in the
Yeah.
same turn.
yeah. If not, he might just
I
want
think
to.
that elemental token.
It's just,
Oh wow!
he uses a Doomblade on a token,
Yeah.
and he
And
is,
Hero's Downfall on Chandra's Phoenix.
he is just removing Leon's ability
Yeah.
to.
Mutavault is going to be sacrificed to the Desecration Demon.
So
But Gary is going to get in for damage.
there we go, 2 whole damage. That would take Herman Leon down to 4, as far as I know.
Let's just see what's going on in those life pads.
Yeah.
It might, well, no, I think possibly the scenarios that Herman is on 6 and Leon's on 9.
Okay.
Doesn't match up with what I've been keeping track, but I think that we've made some errors in
We
keeping
might have
track
made
of
some
this
errors. We
life.
might have just been trying to comment on various plays as opposed to keeping track of life.
Yeah, but that life pad of Herman's, which is very considerately positioned within camera range,
Yeah.
reads 6 and 9 on the life totals.
Okay. So
I
Herman,
think it's me and you for those life totals. So that would be, that life pad is, I think, saying that Herman is on 6
and Leon
and
is on
Leon
9.
is on 9.
So Leon is just short of his.
Let's
of
see
his-
what this update. Yeah. So Leon's on 7, Herman's on 9.
Okay. And that's a land.
That's a mountain. That's going to do nothing for him.
Yeah.
And that means that the Desecration Demon gets in.
And that is game for Herman because
That is the game and the match for Herman.
Herman
Now,
wins the game.
Herman actually has a tie prior to this match. So that
Okay.
means that he's advancing to a score of 4 wins and 1 draw.
Okay.
Now, last year I would have hurt his chances of top 8 quite badly.
Yes. But Leon sitting pretty on 4 and 1.
Well, yeah, Leon is sitting on 4 and 1, and Herman is now sitting on 4 wins and a draw. So both of them are still in contention for a top 8.
Yeah.
We'll
And
be back.
We'll be back soon with the next video, and thank you for watching.
We'll be back shortly with round 6 for you.